Taking a break from reality is CZ Gaming. I'm Caveman.
And I'm Tenacious Z.
Got a good little show lined up for y'all today. We're going to kick it off with Around the World of Gaming, see a little recent news there.
After that, we're going to talk about what we've been playing lately and give you a little insight into our personal gaming lives.
Absolutely. And onward and upward onto the Wheel of Punishment. We're going to see who's going to get punished this week and then look for that full video to come back out on Wednesday.
After that, we'll draw names for the head-to-head, and then we will have that video drop later in the week as well, probably Friday, after we get some footage of the characters we draw. We want to make sure that we go real in-depth with them this time, or more in-depth.
Boom.
With aggressively mediocre news and fully biased opinions, it is now Around the World of Gaming with your hosts, Caveman and Tens.
Alright, so we got a couple things to talk about today, and a couple of them that Tens is super pumped about. Yeah, we'll just have to cut the first one out. It works. So we'll go ahead and kick it over to him and let you tell him what you're pumped about, bro. Tell him what you're pumped about.
For starters, a couple days ago, they showed that Patrick Mahomes was going to be the cover athlete for the new Madden game. I am not personally a Madden fan.
I am.
But I am a Chiefs fan.
I'm not.
I'm pretty excited about it. He was MVP last year. He got everybody pumped up with the Chiefs, so it's going to be awesome.
What do you got to say about the Madden curse? You worried about it at all?
I'm not worried about the Madden curse.
It's claimed a lot of victims.
It's also not claimed just as many.
There was a little spurt. Some people that escaped. We'll see if Patrick Mahomes is one of them. What else you got for us?
On May 1st, a lot of you know they did the Borderlands 3 gameplay reveal event, and it was awesome. Gearbox, they showed like an hour of gameplay. They showed tons of stuff. They showed some new characters, lots of old returning characters from games and Seats of Power and whatnot. They showed tons and tons of new guns with alternate fire modes that shoot normal 1 second and shoot rockets the next second with the press of a button. Improvements to the movement system with mantling and sliding. They, the Borderlands flair is still there. It's still funny. It's still bright and colorful, and it's got its distinct art style that everybody knows and loves. And they've said there's going to be a ton more bosses. There's going to be a ton of locations. You can travel to different worlds.
I did like that. I like there being a bunch of different planets. That is nice.
Yeah, I know that you
change
like
scenery,
traveling about quite a bit, but
like a big map.
Yeah, it was just a whole big day. They had streamers out. They had people playing the game and streaming it and showing stuff off. They showed off a new Twitch extension that it looks really cool. It's going to help streaming out a lot, and it's more Borderlands, and I love Borderlands, so
that is good though. That it's more Borderlands. They didn't try to get cute. As an outside onlooker, they didn't try to get cute. They stuck with what they did and made it a little bit better. Changed the thing, gave people what they wanted, but it's still Borderlands. So I know as you long-term fans are going to love it. I think it's going to be a good game. I'll have fun playing with it.
Yeah, we're definitely going to get a playthrough going. They didn't show the character I was excited for. They didn't show Flack the Beastmaster, but I think who'd you say you want to play as the operative?
Yeah, what's his name? Zane?
Zane, yeah.
Zane. I need my sniper.
Yeah, he seems pretty cool. I actually don't know if he's got a sniper skills. Who knows?
Whoever does.
Maybe Mose does. They haven't showed her yet either. But what were you finding over the week?
So we talked a little bit about Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order last week and how it actually has a release date, and we're super pumped about that. So
I'm cautiously optimistic.
I'm super pumped about the idea behind it.
Oh, yeah, the idea of it's awesome.
Fingers crossed on whether we're going to get what we want and what we're promised. But yeah, so I'm hopefully optimistic. You know what I mean? So anyways, it looks like it's probably E3 where they're going to show off some gameplay of it. So we're actually going to get to see what that game looks like, get a little insight on either we're going to be worried about it right off the bat or they're going to give us more reasons to be excited. So hopefully it's the latter.
Hopefully.
In other Star Wars news, they have dropped 12 playable Star Wars games from the past on PC, on Origins Access. We got the full list for you. As you can see, there's a couple blockbusters there that I remember being super fond of in my earlier years of gaming, and there's a few that aren't really that great, but you get them all.
There's a few bangers. There's a few not bangers.
A few clunkers.
A few clunkers? Is that the opposite of bangers?
I don't know. Banging and clunking?
Tell us in the comments.
Let us know.
Yeah.
So, and then other than that, the last thing that I really want to talk about was Ancestors: The Humankind Odyssey, because it's kind of a unique looking game, and I heard a little bit of a little bit about the gameplay, and basically it's a survival game. It's about evolution of mankind. You are, apes in the beginning of the dawn of time. cinematically beautiful. It looks like you're going to have to pick up tools and pieces of puzzles that you're going to have to solve yourself to let you and, your, what would you call a pack of apes? What's the
tribe?
word? A tribe?
I think it's a tribe of chimps.
Whatever it is, you have a group of them, and they're all different playable, characters that you can, work with. And they can also die, and when they die, that's it. So, super interesting to see what they're going to do right here. It looks a little slower paced, but it looks, cinematically beautiful, and I'm pretty excited to give it a shot. So,
I'll watch you give it a shot.
I'll watch it for a while and see what the reviews are.
I don't know what story.
And I think it's releasing at $39.99 though, so they're not trying to sell it like a $60 game as well. So
yeah,
look to check out some of those things on Horizon. You're going to get a ton of Borderlands 3 content from him, I know, and a little bit from both of us. And
some Borderlands 2 content as well.
Yeah, you're going to get some of that soon. We're almost done with it.
You're going to get lots of Borderlands.
A lot of it. Boom.
So, what you playing?
I have gotten into Assassin's Creed Origins a little bit, and y'all see that on my top 10 video games of all time. And I just finally completed the DLC for, what the hell is it called? It's basically the second DLC of it is all these pharaohs, all these cursed pharaohs are coming back to life all around Egypt, and you're having to track them down and kill them. And some of them are super duper hard. Like the last guy that I fought was ridiculous with the spear, and he's just spinning, and you're having to dodge and try to swing at one moment, and he does a ridiculous amount of damage, and it was a fun time. So I was liking it, and I'm probably still going to give it a go. I might restart it, or I might start into Odyssey again. We'll see how it goes. What about you? What have you been playing?
Well, I've been playing Divinity Original Sin 2.
Nice.
With you.
We have been playing it.
We've been playing it the past couple nights. We've had a playthrough going for a little while now, and that game is so wild, right? That
it's
game
crazy.
It's so intricately detailed in all the little things. If you have a pool of acid and there's an explosion near it, it's going to catch on fire.
Oh, that's a different.
And
that was the
elemental work on this game is there's none other.
Yeah,
there's none other.
It's something else, and
everything can be interacted with each other and interact with you in the fights, outside of the fights.
And there's so many different crazy things that happen in this game. Just
before you get into that, kind of to tail on what I was talking about, like that poison gas cloud that I just left in that room. I mean, we had a fight in this room, and this poison fog in one little area for me, which is just still there. Like we left the building, we've come back. It's like I scarred that room. Like it's just there's going to be a poison cloud there.
Yeah. It seems like there's a whole lot of permanence in the game. Like if something dies somewhere, that body is there, and it's there now. Like that's just where it is. But yeah, there's so many different crazy things that can happen. From one, well, not even just in the fights, but one moment you'll be talking to two animals having an argument, and the next minute you'll be in a crypt fighting some crazy necromancer that decides she is going to summon a couple skeletons. And you know what's going to happen from there.
The skeletons, if you didn't, the skeletons are going to summon more skeletons, and they're going to be smaller. And then tell us what those smaller skeletons do.
Those smaller skeletons will actually then spawn again another row of even smaller skeletons.
Another skeleton. I'm glad you remember too.
You go from fighting one person, to start. She summons two skeletons. They each summon a skeleton, and those skeletons summon a skeleton.
Fucking say,
you're now fighting 10 people. Like
they're just gonna summon an army of little tiny guys.
And you're like, oh my gosh, it's overwhelming with how much force. It's also like kind of hilarious that you got this size skeleton, and then this little guy, and then an even smaller guys running around.
They're all smaller than the previous.
They're spinning, back-kicking you in the face while they're on fire.
They're pulsating with poison to heal each other and heal their necromancer master.
Not only that, but we're over here. We run up on some magisters, and they're trying to take on a mage, and we're like, you know what? We'll help the mage and attack the magisters. All of a sudden, we're fighting magisters, and this mage, she gets pissed and sacrifices her life to spawn Void Woken, and they're all like coming and spawning.
Ethereal chains come up out of her, and she opens up all these portals around her, and you go from trying to help her I think maybe we accidentally hit her with an attack or something.
Maybe something. I don't know. I think she just got tired of
At
watching.
one point, she stopped being passive.
What?
She was totally out of this battle, and then she's now all of a sudden an enemy, and we're realizing there's a problem. As soon as it's her turn, she kills herself, for lack of better terms, and spawns way more harder enemies.
Way more. Like you go from 5 enemies to like
7 or 8
10 almost.
in
like,
one turn,
and they're
then
all super
another
powerful.
4 in another turn. Yeah, that game likes to spiral out of control really quick. You don't necessarily feel like it's something you can't accomplish because normally when these outside forces show up, they are indiscriminate for who they will attack. They're going to attack you. They're going to attack your enemies. They're going to attack barrels. It doesn't matter.
And it's still turn-based. So you got a second to
Yeah.
gather yourself. And,
Things show up. And you're like, let's
settle down.
Situation.
What are we gonna do? And if it's not those first two things, it's we're fighting candle-faced clay statues inside of a crypt, and there's, that's the fight that we're on right now. We got to it last night and tried it a couple of times, and
it's rough.
We failed, so we're gonna have to get back to that.
It's another one of those that they just
try to do that.
They just pile it on and pile it on.
Just as you think you got a grip on it, more of them come to life. So it's fun. We'll be showing you some more funny clips from that game as well.
Enjoying Divinity. It's
such a good RPG.
It's really detailed. The
so
fact
detailed
that every single line of dialogue is voiced really, really helps build a life or build a world around you. And
the narrator does
the narrator is
exactly
fully
the same
voiced.
thing.
Yeah, and he helps to sort of fill in the little contextual clues because obviously it's a third person, and it's turn based in the combat, and it's there. It is a very good looking game. The art style is on point, and it is graphically detailed. But there's still little things that you can't show with like character emotions when you have that zoomed out camera angle that the narrator helps to fill in on and does in tremendous fashion.
Yeah, it ties it together well. I mean, you can see it in your head that he does exactly like that. You get the emotion from the characters without really seeing it on their face. So.
Come on, man.
All right, got another week of the Wheel of Punishment. Obviously, we saw some fun moments with Zach last week, which was
hilarious.
Pretty funny.
So great.
We're going to run it back here. Zach's going to call it in the air for y'all who are just joining us. The Wheel of Punishment has devastating hard moments in video games, and we are going to land on one of them and have to complete that this week before next week's video. So, whatever one he calls, if he gets it correct, that means it's on me. If he misses the call, it's on him, and he's going to get 2 weeks in a row. So here we go. Call it in the air.
Tails.
It is Tails.
Looks like Caveman spinning the wheel.
Justice was served.
Justice has been served.
Here we go.
Oh man. I can't wait. I'll go ahead and look for you, dude. Don't worry. Let's see what we got here.
Fuck, what is it, dude?
Rough.
Ugh.
Cuphead.
Interesting thing about this is I have not even played this game yet.
And
Only seen footage.
I've played probably 20 minutes because it's really hard.
Well, we're going to be bringing you some footage of me attempting and possibly failing at getting through some Cuphead. We're going to say that I have to get through
a boss. I think you should get to and beat a boss.
I have to beat a boss.
Get to and beat a boss on Cuphead.
We're going to get you some footage of that, so be prepared to enjoy some devastation of me.
Vindication.
Alright, so this week on Head to Head, we've taken the firepower out of it a little bit and taken it back a few eras, so it's going to be mainly magic, swords, kind of those kind of powers.
Not magic swords, magic
swords. That's where I did the
arrows,
magic, swords, arrows, bows,
slingshots,
stuff like that.
If they're needed. I think we've got one character in there that uses a slingshot in some of his games.
What?
Yep.
Oh, goodness gracious. Alright, now we are going to draw.
We've already got the names selected in the chest for the quest of power.
Find it. Alright, this is the one.
Got them all on your side?
Get away from my side.
Well, there's none on my side. I don't get to pick if there's none on my side.
That's fine. Then I win by default.
Alright, I got one.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay.
What'd you get?
I got Geralt of Rivia.
I got Link.
Oh, okay.
Funny enough, the one slingshot user I was mentioning.
Yeah. Now, well, why when he said that, I kind of was like, oh yeah, that's right.
You're like, oh, Link does that.
Yeah,
Okay.
fucking Link. that's going to be it for us today. We are super, super glad that y'all stopped by and checked out the show. I'm Caveman.
And I'm Tenacious Z, and make sure to subscribe. Leave a comment about who you think won the head-to-head and a like if you liked it.
Now back to reality.